Hi friends, this is Nikki and this is Not Your Story, a podcast about tips and tricks and things that you can utilize every single day to live a more purposeful and abundant life. Today I want to talk about Manifesting 101. Manifesting is such a buzzword right now, and I'm so glad that it is, because I think it's about time that society wakes up and realizes that you can have whatever you want, because it's all energy. It's all an energy exchange. It's all just visualizing, feeling, believing that you can have what you want and going after it and getting it. So I'm super excited to talk about this today. I believe in manifesting so much, and I think it started when I was such a little girl. I manifested, first of all, my fiance. Starting as such a little girl, I would think about the ideal man that I wanted as my husband when I got older. And I would just picture this man, and he always had a J name. It was like Jason, Jacob, Josh, whatever. Like when I was younger, I just really liked names with J. And I would wish for him every single chance that I got. Birthdays, 11/11, on a shooting star, everything. And I manifested him into my life, and now I'm engaged. And his name is Jeremy, so it did come with a J. But manifesting is such a thing that I feel like is overlooked. The power that we have within, I feel like, is overlooked because it's so shadowed or like hidden. I don't think hidden is the right word, but it's so overshadowed by what we're supposed to do or think and feel and say and have, that is told to us by society, by the media, by the people who don't want us to know the secret. And if you haven't already, I 1010% recommend reading the book The Secret and watching the movie. Maybe watch the movie first, maybe read the book first, whatever, because the book does take some time. It's about 30 days, or it's 24, I don't know, it's one of those. But it takes time to complete because it's actionable steps every single day that you have to do. But it's a manifesting guide to help you manifest the things that you truly want in your life. So if you haven't already, I 1010% recommend reading the book, watching the movie. It's such a great movie, but it talks about the secret that has been in place since the beginning of time, and the fact that everything that you want in your life is just a decision away. And that's why I created this podcast, because I truly believe that your dream life is one decision away. You can decide to do different things every single day to get a different outcome than what you were given. So, like I said, Manifesting 101, I want to talk about the 5 steps on how to start, what it is, and how you can start today, and how it's so easy to actually begin the journey of manifesting your dream life. So first step, I want you to get crystal clear about what you want. So the way I did this is I've done this many of the times, because the things that you want in your life, I think, come into fruition differently than what you expected. And most of the time better, which in my case, all the time better. So the things that I've wanted in my life have changed multiple times. So I've done this a few times. But what I do is I sit down, I take an afternoon to myself, and I sit down and I get really crystal clear. I typically do meditation before, but I sit down and I just think about my dream life. I think about who I want to be in the future, what I want to have, who I want to have it with. I think about my dream job, what am I doing, how I show up for the world. I think about what I wear, how I do my hair, my nails, my makeup. Like, I literally get so crystal clear about who I am in this future reality, and then I write it down. I go based on different categories, so like career, love life, family, health, wealth, material items, vacations, and I write down what I want for every single category, and I get so crystal clear about what that is. And it is liberating to know that you can make that a possibility too, because it's fun to like visualize and think about the future and who you could be, especially if that's not who you are now. So I recommend taking an afternoon, an evening, and just writing this down with those categories and just really getting crystal clear of what that is. Then next step, number 2, is find pictures that remind you of this thing. So for instance, I go on Pinterest or Google and I grab photos of each category, so the things that I want, so health, wealth, you know, all those things, and I find pictures that remind me of my goal or of my dream life in this category, right? So I find the photos and I send them over to Walgreens and I get them printed out, or Staples, or whatever is closest to you. And I get them printed out. And then I create a vision board. And I 110% believe in having something that you can touch, feel, hold is way more powerful than a visual or like a digital thing. So I make a paper poster board. So I grab one at like the Walgreens. You know, everyone has gone to Walgreens or Walmart with their mom to get a poster board for a science project that they have the next day, that's due the next day, right? They're like 20 cents. Go get a poster board. Take those photos and you just put them on your poster board, and you look at that and you just stare at it, you admire it, and it will trigger you to think about that time in your distant reality or your future reality that you want to come true, right? And then there are apps. So I do use 2 apps that help me just to have it on the go. For instance, if I'm traveling, I'm not going to bring my vision poster board to like South Dakota or Illinois. I'm just gonna have it on my phone with me at all times as a reminder, like, listen, this is still what you want even when you're on the go. So I use an app called Horizons. This is a vision board app that you can create little categories of different vision boards that you want. So like I have one for my dream body, my dream life, my dream health, my dream wealth. And then another one that I use, well, I haven't dug too deep into this one, but it's supposed to be like a video vision board, whereas Horizons is just photos and quotes and stuff. The other one is Manifesty. I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's a newer app. I'm super excited to try it. I'll keep you guys updated on how that one turns out. But I mean, there's definitely apps to keep you locked in on your goals, locked in on your dream life. And then so when you're looking at these every single day, I recommend 1 to 2 times a day. I always do it in the morning, and then in my head at night before I go to bed, I walk through my dream life in my head as I'm falling asleep, because your subconscious is most vulnerable right before you fall asleep. So it's the easiest time to change your subconscious, to change your belief system that was instilled in you before the age of 7. So definitely recommend walking through your dream life in your head before falling asleep. But when you're doing this on your vision board, for instance, you're looking at your vision board in the morning, it is so vital to not just imagine these things, but to see, feel, smell, hear yourself in this situation. Because your brain cannot decipher what's real or what's reality or what's just in your head. So if you literally put yourself in that situation, your brain's gonna take it as the truth. And then it's going to move mountains to get you to that truth, because that's what it believes is true. So it's just hacking your brain. And then number 5, which is probably the most important part, I know I've said this for every step now, but I think number 5 is the most important, is to show up and take action. Unfortunately, manifesting doesn't work if you just visualize yourself there and then you take a seat and watch Netflix and just hope that it happens. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. I think a lot of people would be happier if it worked like that. But it takes work. It takes action. It takes consistency, and it takes belief. And that's the biggest thing, is if you don't believe deep down that you can accomplish these things, you're gonna be, it's like trying to trick your brain, but your brain is like, okay, well, you don't even believe it, so why the fuck would I believe it, right? But taking action, doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. So a good way to do this is waking up in the morning, reminding yourself what your higher self does. Does your higher self, you know, put on makeup every day? Does your higher self show up in a nice outfit every day? Does she leave the house with makeup or looking bummy with sweats? Listen, I'm pretty sure my higher self does all of those things, because sometimes on lazy Sundays, you don't want to do shit. You don't want to put your hair up or, you know, put makeup on and look cute. But imagine your higher self and do the things that that person in the future is doing. You could do that today. But I believe manifestation happens when action happens. So do the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. Visualize yourself there. Hear yourself, the things that are going on around you. Smell the smells. Feel the feels. Feel the sun on your face when you're standing on the beach in your dream house, right? You know, do these things and do it daily. Just constantly remind yourself. Bombard your brain with your dream life, and things will change, I promise you. Things will start to happen that seem impossible, but it just happens because you are on that energetic level every single day, because you see it, you feel it, you hear it, you smell it, you're in it. So that's all I have for you today. A few quick tips on Manifesting 101, how you can do it, how you can get started today, and drop some of your dreams in the comments below, because I'd be interested to know what people want in this life. You know, we need to start talking about the things that we want instead of, you know, just, oh, poor me, that'll never happen. Yes, the fuck it will. You gotta visualize it and make it happen. But that's all I got. I will catch you guys in the next episode, and I hope you have a beautiful day.